The Curse of Willow Hollow. In the heart of a forgotten valley lay Willow Hollow, a picturesque village surrounded by dense forests and rolling hills. Beautiful as the scenery was, in the hearts of the villagers lay an unshakable fear. Each night, at the stroke of midnight, the sound of wailing echoed through the village, carried on cold night breezes. The elders spoke in hushed tones of Maeve, a young maiden who had lived in the village more than a century ago. It was said that Maeve was a beautiful and kind creature, but she was also terribly misunderstood. Rumors began to spread that she was a witch, and when drought hit the village, the desperate townsfolk turned against her. Accused of cursing the land, Maeve was dragged to the ancient willow tree in the village square and executed. As she took her last breath, she placed a curse upon the village, that its people would never know peace. Since that fateful night, unexplained events had plagued Willow Hollow. Crops failed unexpectedly, livestock disappeared, and no one who ever ventured near the old willow tree after dark was ever seen again. Eventually, the villagers abandoned the square, allowing the tree to stand as a grim monument to their guilt. Years later, a young traveler named Rowan came to the village. The village was so beautiful that he did not pay much heed to the eerie tales and decided to stay for some time. The villagers warned him of the curse, but Rowan dismissed their fears as superstition. One sleepless night, Rowan found his way into the empty square. The willow tree was bathed in an unearthly light by the moon, and the air grew unnaturally still. As he neared the tree, he heard soft weeping. A pale figure in a flowing white dress emerged from the shadows, her long hair obscuring her face. "Who are you?" Rowan asked, his voice shaking. The figure lifted her head, exposing eyes sunken and so filled with sorrow. "I am Maeve," she whispered. "Do you come to judge me too?" Shocked yet sympathetic, Rowan replied, "No, I only wish to understand your pain." Maeve's face softened. She told him about how she had been unfairly killed and of the loneliness binding her spirit to the tree. Touched by her story, Rowan promised to help her find peace. The next morning, Rowan gathered the villagers and told them it was time to confront the past. Together, they made a ritual of atonement, offering prayers and planting flowers around the willow tree as a gesture of reconciliation. As they finished the ritual, a warm breeze rustled through the air, and Maeve's spirit appeared one last time, her face serene. "Thank you," she said before melting into the morning light. And since then, the wailing ceased, and Willow Hollow came back into its former glory, uncumbered with the weight of its tragic history.